Hi, this is part 4 of a practical guide for teaching distance learning via Tandberg, and in this video we're going to talk about how to control the cameras on the near and the far end in order to adjust them to your liking. So we're talking about camera control. And this is part 4 of 8. So often the cameras on the near end or the far end will need to be adjusted, and this is your chance to now be the cameraman. You can zoom in and out. That's one of the things, and you can control where the camera is pointed. You can move it up and down and left and right. One thing that you cannot do is you can't focus. That's something that the system is going to automatically do. Now, how to adjust the cameras. By default, the camera control will always adjust whatever camera is on the screens on the near end. And so if you have the instructor camera on, when you start controlling that camera, that is going to do the instructor camera. If you have the students on the screen, then the camera control is going to adjust that camera. So whatever is on the screen is what is being changed when you're doing the camera control. So how do you do that? I recommend using the remote. If you want to zoom in and out, you simply use this button to zoom in and zoom out. And if you want to move the camera left, right, up, and down, you just use the arrow keys. So whatever screen is on the camera, this is what's on, whatever camera is on the screens, this is going to adjust those. Like I said, there's no way to focus things, and so you simply, if you're out of focus, if you notice that you're looking at your instructor camera and it's just blurry, what you want to do is zoom in and zoom out just a little bit, and usually that triggers the system to automatically focus. And so that's kind of the trick for focusing, but there is no actual ability to focus. That's all done automatically. Now, if you want to adjust the cameras using the control panel, if this is what you choose, then when you have, say, the instructor camera or the student camera selected, you'll see these different options here. The zoom in and out, you simply press the screen here, and that zooms in and out. And then if you want to move things left, right, up, or down, you use these arrows. You just press the arrows, and that moves the cameras as well. Now, one of the cool things about the Tandberg system is that there are these camera presets, and these are what you see down here at the bottom. What these do is it has a way that the camera is pointed and zoomed in, and it saves that to memory. Now, this is really helpful if you want to, say, move the camera over to point at the whiteboard. One of the presets that I always have is the one that's pointed at the whiteboard. And so it's simply, you press the preset button and it automatically moves the camera and zooms it in to your liking. This is something that can be set at the beginning of the semester, and if you have a certain place that you want the camera and you want it to be a preset, just talk to one of the system administrators and they can set that up for you. But it's a really cool option. Now, if you need to adjust a camera on the far end, this is how you do it. You have to use the far end camera control. If you're using the control panel, there's this button that says FECC. That, if you press that, now all the buttons here are going to be controlling the far end camera, so you can zoom around the classroom on that end. If you want to control the far end here, what you do is you press this button and it gives you the option to turn on the far end camera, and then you can scroll that up, down, left, and right, and you can zoom in and out. I've had students before at the end of class where they want to kind of talk about some things on the far end, and typically the camera's zoomed out so you really can't see what like you can't see up close and personal with the students. But if all the students leave and I'm just talking to one student on the far end, oftentimes I will use that far end camera control to zoom in so that I can actually see them up close. And I think it does make for a much more personal experience, or a much more personal conversation when I can really see them up close. So the far end camera control, although I don't personally use it all that much, it can be really helpful in situations like that. And if you had them doing presentations or something on the far end, it might be something that it would be nice to kind of zoom in and get it to where it's looking good for the students on the near end. And that's it. That's how the camera control stuff works. So thanks for watching.